You're watching Wish TV, News 8 at 11 with Phil Sanchez.
And welcome back. A big announcement today for the city of Indianapolis. The National Confectioners Association announced that the Sweets and Snacks Expo is returning to the Circle City for 2024. Indy hosted the event last year, bringing in more than $8 million of economic impact for the city. And joining us today to talk more about that, the president and CEO of Visit Indy, to discuss today's big announcement, the president and CEO, Leonard Hoops. Leonard, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking some time.
It's great to be here. It's great to be, it's a great day for being from Indy.
No doubt about that. Big announcement for the city today, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a really special show. Obviously, we have a lot of big conventions in Indy, FFA and Gen Con and many others. But this is a show we've been trying to get to Indy for some time, and the pandemic gave us an opportunity to show what we can do, and it turned out they loved Indy.
So what was Visit Indy's role in getting the NCA to center in on Indianapolis?
Well, during the pandemic, obviously this show has been in Chicago, or I think most people know it's been in Chicago for many years, and they came to a determination they didn't think they could pull it off in Chicago in 2021. And because Indy had spent several months hosting youth sporting events, the entire NCAA men's March Madness basketball tournament, and many other things, they looked to us and said, hey, we think we can pull this off safely in Indianapolis. And that was really the opening of the door that we needed to show off what Indy could do.
Okay, so after that, I'm assuming you've had discussions and bringing them back. And how did those conversations go?
Well, the last morning of the show in June of 21, their executive leadership called kind of a last-minute meeting with me and Andy Mallon, who runs the Capital Improvement Board, the Convention Center, et cetera, and told us some really good news. And they said, we have heard overwhelmingly positive responses from our attendees, and we've been thinking about moving this show to another city in the future to help us with our growth. And so we've had ongoing discussions pretty much every week since last June that have obviously culminated with the announcement today.
Hey, Leonard, for people at home who maybe watch this and say, oh, okay, so that's good, but how big of an impact is it to Indianapolis? This is huge, right? These types of events?
Yeah, without any question. I mean, we have a very conservative economic estimate that's in the $10 to $12 million range. Chicago has estimated as much as $20 million in spending. Obviously, in 2021, we didn't get the full show because there were still a number of attendees who weren't traveling. There's an international component to this, et cetera. But you're talking about somewhere in the neighborhood of $12 to $20 million a year. We're going to get 6 shows between 2024 and 2031.
Wow. So that announcement comes on the heels of Indy hosting the Big Ten men's and women's tournaments over the last 2 weeks. How has that experience gone on your end?
Well, we have a great 2022 lined up. I mean, it kicked off, obviously, literally and figuratively, with the College Football Playoff National Championship back in January. And that was a huge event for us and got the spotlight back on Indy. And we pretty much have an event every single week in the Convention Center all the way through Christmas week this year. We even have an event during the week of Thanksgiving and an event the week of Christmas to New Year's. So 2022 is, I think, going to be a special year for us. I mean, barring any more variants and things like that could throw this off, we have a really strong recovery coming back.
So, Leonard, before I let you go, I got time for one more question. Why is the city of Indianapolis such a great place to host events?
Yeah, we've been doing this for about 50 years now. It goes all the way back to Mayor Lugar in the late 60s when we decided we were going to double down, and Mayor Hudnut and every other mayor, whether Republican or Democrat, since then has continued this effort. Both Governor Holcomb and Mayor Hogsett were involved in this bid process. They were both very engaged with the customer in just simply showing that we cared. And that makes such a huge difference. The Hoosier hospitality has been mentioned many times. And of course, we've just got a great infrastructure, airport, convention center, hotel package that really surprises people when they come for the first time.
No doubt about that. Couldn't agree more. Leonard Hoops, thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. Appreciate you.
My pleasure. Thank you.